back to Alice Talks Football, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the latest Manchester United transfer news revolving a big update on Jadon Sancho, Kai Havertz, the latest news about him at Manchester United, and a little update on Thomas Partey. So let's get straight into it, starting with, of course, the Jadon Sancho news. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this, but the United Stand, big Man United YouTube channel with like 600,000 subscribers, got Fabrizo Romano on last night on the channel, and he spoke a lot about Lingard, Pogba, Sancho, and I'm going to just quickly cover a few of the main points he said about Jadon Sancho. Now, if you don't know, Fabrizo Romano is a tier 1 reliable journalist. Him, Simon Stone, like, they pretty much only tell truths. They're probably the two journalists I listen to the most in terms of Manchester United. Like, if something comes from this guy, it is 99.99% true. Like, he's tier 1 reliable. He's quite well known for Fabrizo Romano. So he went on the United Stand and did an interview. Really good interview. If you have not watched it, I'd recommend watching it after this video on the United Stand YouTube channel. It was a great interview. Now, he said a few big points revolving Jadon Sancho, which I'm going to cover in this video. And the points he said were quite big revolving Jadon Sancho and the Manchester United transfer. The first thing he said is, everyone at Manchester United are in love with Jadon Sancho. The management, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, everyone at Manchester United is in love with Jadon Sancho, which is big because we knew that Manchester United loved Jadon Sancho. We knew that Jadon Sancho was Manchester United's first choice target, and for Fabrizo Romano to confirm that we are in love with Jadon Sancho, we want Jadon Sancho. We know that it's not a load of bull. Like, Manchester United wants Jadon Sancho. We know that for sure. We want him. He's our first choice target. Jadon Sancho is our first choice target this summer. He also said Manchester United is speaking with Jadon Sancho and his agent still. The contract won't be a problem. The player knows Manchester United. Saying that, like, it's really like the player will join Manchester United. The contract's no problem. He will join, like, confirming that Jadon wants to join Manchester United. Because a lot of the time we're worried maybe he doesn't want to come to us because, you know, we haven't got Champions League football. But Fabrizo Romano is basically saying the contract ain't the problem. The problem is Dortmund. Like, Sancho will come. Like, he knows Manchester United. He says Manchester United is sure Jadon Sancho will accept the contract. Dortmund want 100 million for Sancho and are waiting to speak with them once they know the summer budget. Basically saying that Dortmund want 100 million euros for Jadon Sancho, which is like 87 million pounds. I mean, come on, you like, pay that. Obviously, we don't know our summer budget yet, but I mean, 87 million pounds for Jadon Sancho, boof. So basically, Man United confident Jadon will come, the contract's done. Manchester United confident everything's done. They just need to know their summer budget and give Dortmund an offer. And it's really in the hands of Dortmund. If Dortmund accept the money that we offer them, Jadon Sancho will come to Manchester United. So, from Fabrizo Romano, a tier 1 journalist, we've got the impression that Manchester United love Jadon Sancho. They're in talks with him. They're very confident he'll accept the contract. It just depends on how much Dortmund demand. If Dortmund are demanding 100 million euros, like Fabrizo says, I'm sure Manchester United would pay that. Sancho's our first choice target. We're in love with him. Obviously, we don't know our summer budget, but by the looks of it, it's just really in the hands of Dortmund if they choose to sell him or not. If Dortmund like keep him or offer him another contract, he might stay. But by the news of it, it's just literally all up to Dortmund whether Jadon leaves or stays at Manchester United. Now, I think that's big news regarding Jadon Sancho because it just gives us a bit more confidence in the transfer, especially after the news a few days ago that terms were off and all that. I think it's like big news. I think it's come from Fabrizo Romano. It's tier 1. It's kind of what we already know. Like, nothing's going to be done for another month or two, probably 2 months till the transfer window opens. And I think it's just Manchester United want to do everything with Sancho, but they're just going to wait till the transfer window opens so they know their budget before they put in a bid for Jadon Sancho. And then it's just up for Dortmund. And Manchester United are confident they'll get him. Manchester United want him and they're sure he will sign the contract, which is good, exciting news. Now let's get into the next story regarding Kai Havertz, which kind of links with this story. So the Evening Standard basically said that if Dortmund demand too much for Jadon Sancho, Manchester United will move their sights to Kai Havertz. Now, I can't imagine Kai Havertz would be that much cheaper than Jadon Sancho, if you want my honest opinion. Now, Kai Havertz, top player, had a great season last season, dropped off a bit this season, but still been decent. I think he's 21, Cam, looked like he was going to Bayern. Then he said he would be open to a move to the Premier League, so there's a lot more links to him then. He is a Cam, Jadon Sancho's a right mid. I mean, Havertz can play striker right, he's quite flexible, as you've seen at Bayer Leverkusen. But apparently, we're considering Havertz as a Sancho alternative. Now, I don't quite believe this source because they're saying Dortmund, Sorg from Dortmund wants 120 million pounds for Sancho, but Fabrizo said they want 100 million pounds. So there is a little bit of difference in these two reports, and I believe Fabrizo Romano over many other sources personally myself. But I don't believe Havertz will be that much cheaper than Jadon Sancho, and with Bruno at cam, do we want to play Havertz at position? We know Havertz can play on the right. Now, I'm 100% sure Manchester United are in for Kai Havertz. He's one of the best up-and-coming footballers. He's got world-class potential. Yeah, he's dropped off a bit this season, but he's still a great player. So I'm 100% sure we're interested in him. But for me, if it was between Havertz and Sancho, I'd 100% bring Sancho. If Havertz is up for a good price, I'd happily bring them both to Manchester United. But for me, Sancho over Havertz any day. I just can't see Havertz being that much cheaper than Sancho. I feel like Havertz would be a similar price as well. And so I don't know if he's really a Sancho alternative. Like, I'd happily have Havertz at Manchester United, but for me, Sancho before Kai Havertz any day. In terms of a Jadon Sancho alternative, I'd be looking at Chiesa, Gnabry, actual right mids, because I don't want to buy a cam and stick them on the right, if you know what I mean. Now, the final story is about Thomas Partey. Now, I did a video on Thomas Partey yesterday, where this Ghanaian journalist came out and said that Thomas Partey wants to move to the Premier League and he loves being linked to Manchester United. He dreams of going to Manchester United. Manchester United is where Thomas Partey wants to go. However, Manchester United have not put a bid in for Thomas Partey. Now, we know Atletico are desperate for Thomas Partey to stay, but they might have to sell him. Demazio, however you pronounce his name, says that Atletico Madrid, there are a high chance of not being in the Champions League. And obviously they spent a lot last summer, you know, they're going to have to sell a few players, and Thomas Partey might be one of those players that they don't want to sell, that they're just going to have to let go because they need money, they need the funds. Meaning Thomas Partey is likely to go to the Premier League by the talks of it, and it's probably between Manchester United and Arsenal. It seems he wants Manchester United more, but it seems Arsenal have expressed more of an interest in Thomas Partey. Now, that was an update on all the latest Manchester United transfer news today regarding Jadon Sancho. Big news, big updates, Thomas Partey news, and Kai Havertz. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football so you don't miss daily Manchester United content from me. Share this video with your friends. When you're subscribed, click that bell button so you get notified when I upload. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.